TS Policy 2017 Set B Section 1 Mathematics. The first question is, if sin A plus B equal to 1 by root 2 and cos A minus B equals to 1 by root 2, so then what is angle B? So given that sin A plus B equal to 1 by root 2, so sin A plus B equal to 1 by root 2 equal to sin 45 degrees. Then we can cancel sin on both sides. Then A plus B equal to 45 degrees. Next to one more value, cos A minus B, it is equals to 1 by root 2. So 1 by root 2 means it is also same cos of 45 degrees. So cos cancel, A minus B equal to 45 degrees. So here it is a equation 1, this is equation 2. So use the elimination method to solve these two equations. So equation 1 minus equation 2, so A plus B equal to 45, A minus B equal to 45. So here I am doing minus, so change the symbols. So plus A minus A cancel, B plus B is 2B, 45 minus 45 cancel, 0. From this B value is 0. Then option 4 is correct. Next to second question. If sin theta plus cos theta equal to root 2, then what is the theta value? So go through the options. First one, 0 degrees. Substitute the theta value 0 in the given question. So sin 0 plus cos 0. Sin 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1. It is equals to 1. But he given root 2. So first option wrong. Next substitute 30 degrees. Sin 30 plus cos 30. Sin 30 is 1 by 2. Cos 30 is cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So here denominators are same, then 1 plus root 3, but here given root 2. So then option 2 also wrong. Next to 45 degrees. Sin 45 degrees plus cos 45 degrees. Sin 45 1 by root 2 and cos 45 also 1 by root 2. Here denominators are same, then add the numerators. 2 divided by root 2. Here 2 can write as a root 2 whole square divided by root 2. Root 2 square cancel. Then it is equals to root 2. In the question he gave root 2. So option 3 is correct. Next to third question. 1 minus tan square 30 degrees divided by 1 plus tan square 30 degrees. So 1 minus tan square 30, 1 by root 3 whole square divided by 1 plus tan square 30, 1 by root 3 whole square equal to 1 minus 1 by 3 divided by 1 plus 1 by 3. Here LCM is 3, then 3 minus 1 divided by 3 plus 1 divided by 3. Here 3 cancel, 3 minus 1 2, 3 plus 1 4, 2 by 4, answer is 1 by 2. So here option 1 is correct. Next to fourth question. Cos theta whole power 4 and sin theta whole power 4 equal to how much? So here we can write cos square theta whole square next to sin square theta whole square. Now here apply the a square minus b square formula, that is a plus b into a minus b. So cos square theta plus sin square theta into cos square theta minus sin square theta. It is one of the identity, its answer is 1. So cos square theta minus sin square theta. So then the answer is cos square theta minus sin square theta. So here option 1 is correct. Next to fifth question. The angle of elevation of the top of the cliff from a point 300 meter from its foot is 60 degrees. So then the height of the cliff is. So let us draw a one cliff diagram. Here AB is the height of the cliff. So a point 300 meters from its foot. So let's take a one point C which is 300 meters away from the foot of the cliff, and here is a 90 degrees. So the angle of elevation is 60 degrees. So here 60 degrees. Then the height of the cliff is how much? So 60 degrees opposite required, 60 degrees adjacent given. So use tan trigonometry ratio. So tan 60 degrees equals to opposite AB and adjacent 300. Tan 60 is a root 3. It is equals to AB divided by 300. So then AB equal to 300 into root 3 meters. So option 3 is correct. Next is sixth question. The angle of elevations of the top of a tower from the top and foot of the pole of height 10 meters are 30 and 60 degrees. So then the height of the tower is. So here is a height of the tower AB. Next here is a pole CD. Now the angle of elevation of the top of the tower from top and foot of the pole. First from foot and from top. From the top how many? 30 degrees, and from the foot 60 degrees angle of elevation. Then he is asking what is the height of the tower, and already given CD value, that is 10 meters, and here ABCD, here E, then AE also 10 meters. Now we require BE value, then we can find out the total height of the tower. So in this diagram, angle E and angle A both are 90 degrees. So first in the triangle, DEB, apply the tan 30 degrees. So tan 30 equal to opposite and adjacent. So opposite that is BE and adjacent DE. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. So it is equals to BE divided by DE. Next another triangle, that is BCA or ABC. So in triangle ABC, so same apply the tan trigonometry ratio. Tan 60 equal to opposite AB and adjacent AC. Tan 60 is root 3. It is equals to AB divided by AC. So from this, AC value is AB divided by root 3, and here from this DE value BE into root 3. Now here DE and AC both are same. See here DE, AC both are same. Then we can equate their RHS values. What are the RHS? BE root 3 and AB by root 3. Let us equate them. So then here BE into root 3 equal to AB by root 3. So BE into root 3 whole square, because this denominator transposed to left side, it is equals to AB, but AB value can write as a 10 plus BE. Here AB value 10 plus BE. So here square root cancel. 3BE equal to, here BE transposed left side minus BE equal to 10. So 2BE equal to 10, then BE equal to 10 divided by 2, it is a 5. So therefore our required answer AB. So that is the height of the tower. So 10 plus BE value how much? 5. So 10 plus 5, 15 meters. So option 3 is correct. Next to seventh question. The set of all possible events is called, that is sample space. It is denoting with S. So option 3 is correct. Next to eighth question. From a deck of 52 cards, a card is drawn at random, then the probability of getting a red king is. So first the sample space S equal to total number of cards in the deck. So then N of S, number of elements in the S, that is 52. Now the event E equal to, what is that? Getting a red king card. So red king card. So the 52 cards divided into 4 suits. Here these are the 4 type of cards. Here red color, hearts and diamonds both are red color. So in this king card, so here one red king card, here another red king card. So two favorable outcomes. So one is heart, another one is diamond. So therefore n of E number of elements 2. Now the probability of E equal to favorable outcomes, that means n of E total number of outcomes n of S. So n of E 2 divided by 52, it is equals to 1 by 26. So option 1 is correct. Next, ninth question. If P of A equal to 4 by 15, then P of A dash. We know that A and A dash both are complementary events. So then we have a one formula, P of A plus P of A dash. The sum of the probability of two complementary events equal to 1. From this, P of A dash equal to 1 minus P of A. So 1 minus 4 by 15. So the LCM is 15. 15 minus 4, it is equals to 11 by 15. So option 2 is correct. Next, 10th question. The probability of getting 53 Fridays in a leap year is. So number of days in a leap year is 366 days. So it is equals to 52 weeks. 52 weeks plus 2 days. So 366 days equal to 52 weeks plus 2 days. And each week, we know very well, each week 7 days. So now here we need 53 Fridays. See, in the 52 weeks, each week one Friday will come. So then total 52 Fridays completed. But to get the 53rd Friday, here 2 days are favorable to get the 53rd Friday. So that means the probability of a given event equal to out of a week. Okay, out of a week, how many favorable to get the 53rd Friday? 2 days favorable. So 2 by 7. So option 2 is correct. Next, 11th question. The width of the class in the distribution having class interval 1 to 20, 21 to 40, 41 to 60. So here 1 to 20, 21 to 40, 41 to 60. Width of the class. Width of the class means length of a class interval. To find its answer, difference between two successive either upper limits or lower limits. Your wish. So here lower limits difference 21 minus 1 20, otherwise upper limits difference 40 minus 20 20. So here option 3 is correct. Next to 12th question. The arithmetic mean of the following data is. Here class interval 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30 and frequency 5, 14, 6. So use a direct method to find out the arithmetic mean. So to find out the arithmetic mean, next we need xi value, that means mid value. So mid value is 0 plus 10 divided by 2. So it is 5. 10 plus 20 by 2. It is 15. 20 plus 30 by 2, it is 25. So next we need f into fi into xi, frequency multiply with mid values. So here frequencies are given. Next 5 into 5, it is equals to 25. 14 into 15, 14 into 15 equal to, so it is 210. Next 6 into 25, 150. So next we need sigma fi value. Next here sigma fi xi value. Sigma fi value 25. Here 14 plus 6 20, 20 plus 5 25. Next here 5, 5 plus 1 6, 6 plus 2 8, 3, 385. So then the arithmetic mean x bar equals to sigma fi xi divided by sigma fi. Sigma fi xi is 385 divided by 25. 5 5 is a 25, 5 7 is a 35, 3 remainder, again 7 is a 5 1 is a 5, 5 1 is a 5, 2 remainder, next to 7, 5 5 is a 25, a remainder 2, next to point 0, 5 4 is a 20. So 15.4 is answer. So here option 4 is correct. Next to 13th question. If mean 44 and median 42, then the mode equal to. The mode formula is 3 into median minus 2 into mean. So 3 into median answer 42 minus 2 into mean answer 44. 3 2s are 6, 3 4s are 12. Here 88, 16 minus 88, 11 minus 8, 3. So option 3 is correct. Next to 14th question. Which of the following is a more consistent? So arithmetic mean is a more consistent than median and mode, because while finding the arithmetic mean we are considering all observations together. That is why it is a more consistent. Next to 15th one. If x equal to square root of 3 plus square root of 3 plus square root of 3 plus dash infinity, then so to find out the answer, do square on both sides. So then what will happen? X square equal to under root 3 plus under root 3 plus under root 3 plus dash infinity whole square. Then x square equal to square, one square root will get cancelled, 3 plus root 3 plus dash infinity. X square, this 3 transposed to left side minus 3, and at this place we can substitute x because it is infinity. So it is continuing, the square root of 3's are continuing. So that is why at this place you can substitute x. Now x square minus x minus 3 equal to 0. So option 3 is correct. Next 16th one. Log 125 base 10 plus log 8 base 10 equal to. So here apply the log a plus log b formula, that is log a into b. So then log 125 into 8 base 10. So it is equal to, so 125 into 8 is 1000 base 10. So 1000 can write as a 10 cube base 10. So 3 into log 10 base 10, it is equals to 3 into 1. So it is 3. So option 3 is correct. Next 17th question. The relation a into bracket of b plus c equals to a into b plus a into c is. So it is a distributive property. A into bracket of b plus c equals to a into b plus a into c. We have one more distributive property, that is a into bracket of b minus c equal to a into b minus a into c. It is also distributive property but under subtraction. Next to commutative law. Commutative law means a plus b equals to b plus a into b equal to b into a. Both are commutative properties. Next to associative law. Associative law means a plus bracket of b plus c equal to a plus b plus c. Next to a into bracket of b into c equal to a into b into c. Yeah, both are associative properties. Next to 18th question. If n is a natural number, then 8 to the power of n minus 3 to the power of n is always divisible by. So he said n is a natural number, so that is why let n equal to 1. So then 8 to the power of n minus 3 to the power of n equal to 8 to the power of 1 minus 3 to the power of 1. 8 minus 3, it is equal to 5. So 5 is always divisible by 5 itself. Anyhow, let's substitute one more n value. 8 to the power of n minus 3 to the power of n equals to 8 square minus 3 square. 64 minus 3 square 9. 64 minus 9 is 55. So it is divisible by 5. Of course divisible by 11 also, but both are divisible by 5 only. If you continuing this process, the result is always divisible by 5. So option 2 is correct. 19th question. If square root of x plus 58 by square root of x equal to 31, then what is the x value? Instead of solving this equation, go with the options. See here, square root of x given. Square root of x means x must be a perfect square number. In the given four options, 729 is a perfect square number. 529 is a perfect square. 841 also perfect square number. So first verify the 529. Here see root 529 plus 58 divided by under root 529. So let's find its answer. Root 529 is 23. 58 divided by 23. 23 ones are 23. 23 twos are 46. But 23 threes are 69. But it is 58. So it is very clear we never get 31 in this case. So first option is wrong. Next go with the third option. Root 729 plus 58 divided by under root 729. Root 729 is 27. 58 divided by 27. So here 27 ones are 27. 27 twos are 54. 27 threes are 81. So it is very clear here we will get the decimal answer, but here we have exactly 31. So then this 729 also wrong. Next the remaining option is what? 841. So root 841 plus 58 divided by under root 841. So root 841 answer is, so it is 29 plus 58 divided by 29. 29 ones are 29 twos are. So 29 plus 2 it is equals to 31. In the question also we have a 31. So option 4 is satisfied. It is a required answer. Next question 20. If A and B are two sets, then A minus B intersection B minus A equal to. Let us select the two sets A and B. A equals to set of 1, 2, 3 and B equal to set of 3, 4, 5. Now I am finding the A minus B. A minus B answer means here 1, 2, 3 minus 3, 4, 5. Cancel the common elements and write the remaining elements from the first set. Next to B minus A. First to B set 3, 4, 5. Next to A set 1, 2, 3. Cancel the common elements and write the remaining elements from the first set. Now A minus B intersection B minus A equal to A minus B answer 1, 2. Intersection B minus A answer 4, 5. Intersection means common elements. So there is a no common elements. So it is empty set. Option 4 is correct. Question number 21. The following Venn diagram design represented by C equals. So is asking what is a C set elements from the Venn diagram. So here is a C circle. In the C circle the elements are 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4, 5, 6, 7 means option 3 is correct. Next to question number 22. The shaded area in the figure is. So here first he was shaded the common portion of A and B sets. Am I right? Next shaded the common portion of the A and C sets. So both are shaded. So that means, so in the two shaded regions A is a common for the both. Am I right? So common means intersection will come. So here option 1 is correct. So actually here A intersection B first shaded portion and A intersection C second shaded portion. In this A is a common, that is why A intersection B union C is a correct answer for the shaded region, because it is equals to A intersection B union A intersection C. Union means together. So E shaded region together we will get the required diagram. So next to 23rd question. The remainder of 3x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 2 when divided by 3x plus 1 is. So to find out the remainder, use the remainder theorem which was learned in the 9th class. So as per the remainder theorem, first we have to find out the 0 for given divisor, that is 3x plus 1. So how to find out the 0? Just equal the 3x plus 1 to 0 and find out the x value. So here x equals to minus 1 by 3. Now you consider this given polynomial as a p of x, then the remainder will becomes remainder equal to p of minus 1 by 3. So now 3 into minus 1 by 3 whole cube minus 2 into minus 1 by 3 whole square plus minus 1 by 3 plus 2. 3 into minus 1 by 3 whole cube is minus 1 by 27 minus 2 into minus 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9 minus 1 by 3 plus 2. Here 3 ones are 3 nines are 27. So minus 1 by 9 minus 2 by 9 minus 1 by 3 plus 2. Here take the 2 as a 2 by 1. The overall LCM is 9. Minus 1 minus 2 minus, here 9 in 3 table. 3 3s are 9. 9 in 1 table. 9s are 9 2s are 18. Minus 1 minus 2 minus 3. Minus 3 minus 3 minus 6 plus 18 by 9. So plus 12 by 9. 3 4s are 3 3s are 4 by 3. So here option 1 is correct. Next to 24th question. If alpha beta are the roots of 5x square plus 5x plus 6 equals 0, then what is 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta? So first find out the two values. One is sum of the zeros, another one product of the zeros. So alpha plus beta is minus b by a. So minus b means x coefficient 5 and a x square coefficient, that is 5. 5 by minus 5 by 5 is minus 1. Next to alpha into beta, that is c by a. C means constant term 6 and a means x square coefficient. Now is asking what is the value of 1 by alpha into 1 plus alpha into 1 plus beta. Let us multiply these. 1 bracket of 1 plus beta plus alpha into 1 plus beta. So 1 into 1 plus beta plus alpha into 1, alpha and alpha into beta. So 1 plus beta plus alpha means alpha plus beta, that is value minus 1. Next alpha into beta, that value 6 by 5. Plus 1 minus 1 cancel, it is equals to 6 by 5. Here option 3 is correct. Next to 25th question. If the difference of two numbers is 5 and their product is 84, then the numbers are. So no need to form the equations, just go with the options. First option is 14 comma 6. What is the condition here? Difference of two numbers is 5. Here difference between 14 and 6 is 5. 14 and 6 8, but here we required 5. So option 1 is wrong. Next option 2. Difference between 12 and 7. 12 and 7 is 5 and their product is 84. So 12 into 7, 7 2s are 14, 1 carry, 7 1 are 7, 8, 84. So 12 and 7 satisfy the both conditions. So our answer is option 2. Next to 26th question. If the perimeter of a rectangular room is 34 and the length of the diagonal is 13, then the dimensions of the room are. So dimensions means length and breadth. So the perimeter of a rectangular room formula is 2 of L plus B. So the perimeter given, that is 34. From this L plus B equal to 34 divided by 2. So L plus B equal to 34 divided by 2 is 17, equation number 1. Next, given the diagonal. So here rectangular diagram, this is a diagonal, this is length and this is breadth. Diagonal given, that is 13. So go with the options here. First 7 plus 6 is how much? 13, but here 17 is there. option 1 is wrong. Next to option 2, 11 plus 6 17, but with these two measurements will you get the diagonal as a 13? See, a diagonal formula is what? Under root L square plus B square. So diagonal given 13, so L is 11 and B is 6. 11 square is 121, 6 square 36. So under root 1 plus 6 7, 5, 157. So but square root of 157 is not a perfect square number. So option 2 also not satisfying the given conditions. So then go for next option. 12 plus 5 is 17. But whether 12 and 5 will give the diagonal 13? See, diagonal formula is what? Under root L square plus B square. So then 13 equals to under root 12 square plus 5 square. 12 square is 144. 5 square is 25. And the square root of 144 plus 25, 5 plus 4, 9, 6, 169. It is equal to 13. So here also 13. So then option 3 is correct. Next to 27th question, if 9x plus 11y equal to 51 and 11x plus 9y equal to 49, then what is the x value? So use elimination or substitution method, anyone. To get the x value, cancel the y variable from the both equations, but their coefficients are different. That is why equation 1 and equation 2 both. Sorry, here equation 1 multiply with 9, equation 2 multiply with 11. So here 9x plus 11y equal to 51 multiply with 9. 9 9s are 81. Here 9 into 11 99. So 81x plus 99y equal to 9 1s are 9. 9 5s are 45. Next to second equation, 11x plus 9y equal to 49. So multiply with 11. 11 11s are 121x, 9 into 11 99y, 11 into 49, here 49, 9, 13, 1 carry, 5, 539. Now this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now equation 1 minus equation 2, 81x plus 99y equal to 459, next to 121x plus 99y equal to 539. Now change the symbols. Here both are cancelled. 121x minus 81x is minus 40x. Next to minus 539. Sorry, 459 minus 539 is minus, here 13 minus 5, 8. So minus 80, minus minus cancel, 41s are 42s are. So x value is 2. So here option 4 is correct. Next to 28th question, if the pair of equations a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals 0 has a unique solution, then, so if they have a unique solution, then the two ratios are not equal, which are a1 by a2 and b1 by b2. So here option 2 is correct. And the graph of those lines is intersecting lines. Next to 29th question, the graph of y plus x square equals 0 lies in the quadrants. So the given equation is y plus x square equal to 0. From this y equal to minus x square. So let's draw a one table. In that we will take some ordered pairs. So x and y. First x value 0, then y value here minus 0 square is a 0. Next x value 1, then y value minus 1 square is minus 1. Next to y x value minus 1, so minus 1 whole square, so minus 1 whole square plus 1, so it is equals to minus 1. So the first point is 0 comma 0, second point 1 comma minus 1, so here next to minus 1 comma minus 1, so then we will get the, so here we will get a parabola downwards. So this is q1, this is q2, this is q3 and it is q4. Now this graph lies in the q3 and q4, so option 3 is correct. Next to question number 30, the line x equal to 2017 is. So here is a x-axis, next to here y-axis. So x value 2017, so intersection point 0. Imagine here is a 2017, x value 2017 means this is a straight line. So it is a parallel to y-axis. So option 2, and its slope is undefined. So when the line is parallel to y-axis, its slope is not defined. So remember this point. So then 1 and 2 both are correct. So option 3 is correct answer. Next to 31 question. Yes, square root of 6 plus square root of 6 plus square root of 6 plus dash infinity. For this type of question we have a shortcut method, that is write 6 as a product of two serial numbers, that means 2 into 3, and here given plus symbol, so then take the bigger value as a answer. So 3 is the answer. For example, you have a minus symbol at this place, then smaller value is the answer, that means 2 is the answer. So here plus value given, that is why option 3 is correct. Next to 32 question, x plus 1 by x equal to 2, then x square plus 1 by x square equal to how much? So here given that x plus 1 by x equal to 2 na, so do square on both sides. So here a plus b whole square formula, a square plus b square plus 2ab, 2 into x into 1 by x, 2 square is 4. Here x cancel, so x square plus 1 by x square, and this 2 transpose to RHS side, so 4 minus 2 it is equal to 2. So here option 2 is correct. Question number 33. The discriminant of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So it is a direct question. B square minus 4ac is a discriminant for the given quadratic equation, and this is a standard form of a quadratic equation. So option 1 is correct. Next to question number 34. If alpha beta are the roots of x square plus 2x plus 5 equals 0, then alpha by beta plus beta by alpha equal to how much? So let us find out the two values. One is alpha plus beta, another one alpha into beta. Alpha plus beta is minus b by a. So b means x coefficient, that is 2, and a means x square coefficient, that is 1. So it is equals to minus 2. Next to alpha into beta, c by a. C value constant number 5 and a value x square coefficient, so 5 by 1 is a 5. Now the required answer is alpha by beta plus beta by alpha. So let's take the LCM. So here alpha into beta, so then here alpha square plus beta square, so it is equal to, see here a plus b whole square formula is what? A square plus b square plus 2ab. From this a plus b whole square equal to minus 2ab equal to a square plus b square. So here, so then it is equals to alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta divided by alpha into beta. Alpha plus beta minus 2 whole square, 2 into alpha into beta 5 divided by alpha into beta, that is 5. So minus 2 whole square 4, 5 2s are 10 divided by 5 minus 6 by 5. So option 3 is correct. So next to 35th question, which is a 3-digit number divisible by 7? A simple question. We know very well 100 will not come in 7 table. 133, 7 1s are 7, 7 2s are 14, so 7 1s are 7. Remainder 6, 7 9s are 63. So 133 is divisible by 2 by 7. So option 2 is correct. Next to 36th question. The 6th term of GP 2832 is. So first a value, that is first term 2. Next to common ratio R equal to the formula A2 by A1. A2 value 8 and A1 value 2. 2 1s are 2 4s are. So then an formula is a into r to the power of n minus 1. So sixth term a6 equals to 2 into 4 to the power of 6 minus 1, 2 into 4 to the power of 5, 2 into 4 to the power of 5, 1024, and 2 into 1024, 2048. So here option 3 is correct. Question number 37. Here 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus dash n terms. So here this given series is in the arithmetic progression. So a value 1 and common difference d value 1 minus 1, it is equals to 0. So we have a Sn formula, that is n by 2 of 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So here up to n terms given, then n will come as it is, n by 2, 2a 2 into 1, n minus 1 into d value 0. So then overall n by 2 into, here n minus 1 into 0 is 0, 0 plus 2 into 1, these are 2, 2 cancel, it is equals to n. So here option 3 is correct. Next to question number 38, 1 plus 3 plus 6 plus 10 plus dash n terms. So here go with the options. See here 1 plus first term is what? 1 is the first term. Next to first two terms addition is how much? 1 plus 3 is a 4. First two terms addition is a 4. And n place lo 2 అని మనం substitute చేయాలి. So in which option, if n equals to 2 you substitute, then you will get the 4 answer. Let us verify. So in the first option, here 2 into 2 plus 1 into 2 plus 2 divided by 4. Here 2 ones are 2 twos are 2 plus 1 3, 2 plus 2 4 by 2, 2 ones are 2 twos are 3 plus 3 twos are 6. But here actually first two terms addition is 4, but here we got 6. So this is wrong. Next second one is, here also first two terms 4 ne? So n equals to 2. So 2 into 2 plus 1 equal to 2 plus 2 divided by 8. 2 ones are 2 fours are. Next to 2 plus 1 3, 2 plus 2 4 by 4. Here 4 4 cancel 3. But first two numbers addition is a 4, but here we got a 3. So second option also wrong. Next to third option. In the third option, same, substitute n equal to 2. So 2 into 2 plus 1 into 2 plus 2 divided by 6. 2 ones are 2 threes are 2 plus 1 3 into 2 plus 2 4 by 3. 3 3 cancel, it is equal to 4. So first two numbers addition 4. ఈ ఫార్ములాలో కూడా n equals to 2 పెడితే మనకి 4 వచ్చింది. కాబట్టి the sum of the n terms is n into n plus 1 into n plus 2 divided by 6. Option 3 is correct. So the next question 39, k comma 2 lies in the second quadrant, then minus k minus 2 lies in the dash quadrant. So here x axis, this is y axis, this is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2, this is quadrant 3, this is quadrant 4. As per the question, k comma 2 lies in the second quadrant. So here k comma 2. So k comma 2 is in the second quadrant means, what about k value? K is a positive or negative? So in the second quadrant all x values are negative. So k value is definitely negative value. Okay. Then is asking minus k comma minus 2 is in which quadrant? So already k value negative and here minus k is there. Then overall k will become positive value. No? So k value positive and this is a minus 2. So one positive, one negative. X value positive, y value negative. So x value positive, y value negative means it will be possible in the Q4. See here x value positive, y value negative. So fourth option is correct. Next question 41. 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, minus 4 are the vertices of a dash triangle. So the first point is 0, 0. So that is origin. Second point is 1, 0. here is a 1 and here is a 0, so the point will come at the place of 1 on x-axis. Next to 0 comma minus 4, here is a 0 and here is a minus 4, so the point will come on the y-axis at the place of minus 4. So let us join these 3 points, then we will get one triangle. In this triangle here definitely 90 degrees because it is intersection point of x and y axis, so it is right angle triangle. Okay, and the sides are different completely, so it is not a right isosceles triangle, it is a just right angle. Question number 42. If 8 comma 1 k comma minus 4 2 comma minus 5 are collinear, then what is the k value? If the given 3 points are collinear, then the area of a triangle is 0. So the area of a triangle is 1 by 2 mod x1. So 1 by 2, here 1 by 2 transpose to RHS side. So x1 that is 8, y2 that is minus 4, y3 minus 5, so minus of minus plus 5. Next to x2 that is k, y3 minus 5 minus y1 that is 1 plus x3 2 bracket of y1 1 minus y2 minus of minus plus 4 equal to 0 into 2. So minus 4 plus 5 is plus 1, 1 into 8 is 8, minus 5 minus 1 minus 6, so minus 6k. Next to 1 plus 4 5, 5 into 2 is 10 equal to 0. Now here remove the, here 8 plus 10 18 minus 6k equal to 0. Here remove the bracket mod symbol, then 18 minus 6k equal to 0. So it is implies minus 6k equal to minus 18, minus minus cancel, 6 1s are 6 3s are 18, k equal to 3. So here option 3 is correct. Next to 43rd question. If the slope of the line through 2 comma minus 7 and x comma 5 is 3, then what is the x value? So the slope of the line m equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. The slope answer given, that is 3, y2 minus y1. This is x1 y1, so this is x2 y2. y2 value 5 and y1 value minus 7, so minus of minus plus 7. x2 value x and x1 value 2. So 3 equal to 5 plus 7 12 divided by x minus 2. Next to 3 can write as a 3 by 1, so x minus 2 into 3 equal to 12 into 1 12. So x minus 2 equal to 12 divided by 3. 3 1s are 3 4s are, x minus 2 equal to 4. Then x equals to 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. So here option 3 is correct. So next question 44. So the distance between the points cos theta comma sin theta and minus sin theta comma cos theta is. So the distance formula is x2 minus x1 divided by here under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So here this is x1, this is y1, this is x2 and it is y2. So under root x2 minus x1 minus sin theta minus x1 value cos theta whole square plus y2 minus y1 cos theta minus y1 sin theta whole square. So it is implies, here we can take the minus common, so minus bracket of sin theta plus cos theta whole square here, and here cos theta minus sin theta whole square. So here we can apply the square for minus, so minus of minus plus, so then just sin theta plus cos theta whole square plus cos theta minus sin theta whole square. Here a plus b whole square, here a minus b whole square formula. So it is equals to under root sin square theta plus cos square theta plus 2 sin theta into cos theta. Next, cos square theta plus sin square theta minus 2 cos theta into sin theta. Here these two are cancelled. So then sin square theta, here sin square theta 2 sin square theta, cos square theta 2 cos square theta. So it is equals to under root 2 sin square theta plus 2 cos square theta. So now take the 2 common. So 2 bracket of sin square theta plus cos square theta. So under root 2 into, it is a one of the identity, its answer is 1. So root 2, option 2 is correct. Next question 45. The number of elements in the triangle is. So triangle elements means sides and angles. So total 3 sides, 3 angles. So total 6. Option 3 is correct. So next question 46. In the given figure, here MN parallel to BC, here MN parallel to BC, here AN is a 3, NC is a 18, MB is a 24, then what is AM? So given that MN parallel to BC, then apply the basic proportionality theorem. So as per the theorem, AM divided by MB equal to AN divided by NC. Here AM value required, next to MB value 24, next to AN value 3, NC value 18. 3 ones are 3 6 are 18. So AM by 24 equals to 1 by 6. Do cross multiplication. AM into, otherwise 24 transpose to RHS side. 1 by 6 into 24. 6 ones are 6 fours are. So then what is the AM value? 4 centimeters. So here option 2 is correct. Next question 47. If two triangles have the same base and area, then they lies between parallel lines. Okay, two triangles అనేటి ఒకటే బేస్ అండ్ వాటి ఏరియాస్ ఈక్వల్గా ఉంటాయి. అవి కంపల్సరీ ప్యారలల్ లైన్స్ మధ్యలో ఉంటాయి. సో 47 ఆప్షన్ 1. నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ 48. Here a 1.5 meter tall boy casts 2 meter shadow. At the same instance, a lamppost casts a shadow 10 meters. Then the height of the lamppost is. Let us draw a diagram. So 1.5 meter tall boy. So he is a 1.5 meter tall boy, AB, and his shadow is 2 meters. AC is a shadow. Join B comma C. Here angle A 90 degrees. At the same instance, a lamppost casts a shadow 10 meters. So 10 meter shadow length. And then what is the height of the lamppost? So A, B, C, D, here E, and this is F. And here also DF, join it. So they are on the same base. Okay, same base. Then he's asking what is the height of the lamppost. So here the two triangles, ABC triangle and DEF triangle. Here ABC. Then EDF, not DEF, EDF are similar. Why? Because here angle A 90 degrees. సో హీ సెడ్ సేమ్ ఇన్స్టాన్స్ అంటే అప్పుడు ఏమవుతాయి, ఈ బీసీ లైన్ డిఎఫ్ లైన్ రెండు ప్యారలల్ అవుతాయి. సో అవి రెండు ప్యారలల్ అయితే ఇయర్ యాంగిల్ సి అండ్ యాంగిల్ ఏ బోత్ ఆర్ corresponding angles. So then by AA similarity, the two triangles are similar. So if the two triangles are similar, then ratio of corresponding sides are equal. So AB divided by ED, BC divided by DF, CA divided by FE. Okay. So here order of the vertices is very important. First name ABC, then second name EDF. Now substitute the values in this. AB value 1.5 and ED value required, BC value not given, DF value also not given, CA value 2 and FE value 10. Here 2 ones are 2 5s are, it is equals to 1.5. Now do cross multiplication. ED into 1 equal to 5 into 1.5. So 5 into 1.5 is 7.5. So here option 2 is correct. Next to 49 question. In the figure x value, see where is the x? Here is the x. Here BC extended, then we got one angle in outside of the figure. It is called a exterior angle. We know that the exterior angle is equal to sum of two interior opposite angles. So here 55 and 80 both are opposite to x, that to interior. So that is why x equal to 55 plus 80. So 5 here 135 degrees. So option 2 is correct. So the next question 50. In the figure x value, so here is a one circle. Here A, B, C, 3 points given on the circle. So then here is a x value we need to find out. So it is 9th class maths question. So here in the 9th class, angle subtended by an arc of a circle. In this the subtopic is, so here angle subtended by an arc at a point on the remaining part of the circle. What is the theorem here? See, the angle subtended by an arc at the center O is twice the angle subtended by it on the remaining arc of the circle. See, here is a diagram. First, PQ is an arc. Angle subtended by arc at the center. So that means this angle is twice the angle subtended by the remaining part arc. So that means this one. Okay. So then angle POQ is equal to twice the angle PRQ. So then here x equal to 2 times of 50 degrees. So then x equals to 2 into 50 is 100 degrees. So option 1 is correct. So next question 50. Question number 51. In the adjacent figure x value. In this figure PD is a tangent from the external point P. D is a point of contact. Next PB is a secant. A and B both are points on the circle. So then what is the x value? So PD is a tangent, PB is a secant. So then PD square is equal to PA into PB is a one of the theorem. PD square 7 square, PA 5, PB 5 plus x. So 7 square 49. Next to 5 is a 25. 5 into x is 5x. Next to 49 minus 25 equal to 5x. 49 minus 25, 9 minus 5 4, 4 minus 2 2 divided by 5 equal to x. 5 ones are 5 threes are 5 fours are 20, remainder 4.58 are, so 4.8, that is option 3. Next question 52. The length of a minute hand of a clock is 21 centimeter. The area swept by the minute hand in 20 minutes is. So here is a clock, this is a hour hand, this is a minute hand. So the length of a minute hand is 21 centimeters. The area swept by the minute hand in the 20 minutes. That means area of a sector. So area of a sector equal to x degrees divided by 360 degrees into pi r square. Here x means angle subtended by a arc in the 20 minutes of a time. But in the 20 minutes equals to how many degrees? So actually 60 minutes equal to 360 degrees. ఎందుకంటే క్లాక్లో ఒక రిజల్యూషన్ మినిట్ హ్యాండ్ అనేది ఒక రిజల్యూషన్ కంప్లీట్ చేస్తే అది 60 మినిట్స్కి ఈక్వల్ అవుతుంది. అలానే ఇక్కడ యాంగిల్ 360 డిగ్రీస్కి ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. సో కాబట్టి 60 మినిట్స్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 360 degrees. From this 1 minute equal to 360 divided by 60. Here 0 0 cancel, 6 1s are 6 6s are. So 1 minute equal to 6 degrees. Then 20 minutes equal to how many degrees? 6 into 20, 120 degrees. So now let's find out the area of a sector. So x value 120 by 360 into pi value 22 by 7, and the radius means here length of a minute hand, that is 21. So 21 square, here 0 0 cancel, 12 1s are 12 3s are. Then it is equal to 1 by 3 into 22 by 7 into 21 into 21. Here 7 1s are 7 3s are 21. Here 3 3 cancel. Finally 22 into 21. So it is 462 centimeter square. So option 1 is correct. So next question 53. A secant intersect the circle at dash points. Secant means a line touches the circle at two different points is called a secant. So here option 2 is correct. Next 54th question. How many tangents can be drawn to a circle from a point outside the circle? So here is a circle, a point selected from outside. From this outside a point we can draw only two tangents. So option 2 is correct. Next 55th question. If a sphere, cylinder and cone have the same radius, same height, then the ratio of their curved surface area is. So first is sphere, next is cylinder, next to cone. So they have a same radius r. So here r, here is a r. Same height. Yeah, this is a height h. It is a height of a cylinder, but there is a no height for the sphere. Na? So the height will be equal to diameter of a sphere. So then h equal to 2r, diameter formula 2 times of radius. Now is asking what is the ratio between these three figures curved surface areas. First to curved surface area of a sphere. Here order is very important. ఏ ఆర్డర్లో ఇచ్చిండో ఆ ఆర్డర్లో మనం ఫార్ములాస్ రాయాలి. సో కర్వ్డ్ సర్ఫేస్ ఏరియా ఆఫ్ ఎ స్పియర్ అంటే టోటల్ సర్ఫేస్ ఏరియా కన్సిడర్ చేయాలి. 4 pi r square ఈజ్ టు curved surface area of a cylinder, it is 2 pi r h. Curved surface area of a cone, it is pi r l. So in each term pi is common and one r also common, then it is equals to 4r is to 2h is to l. So 4r is to 2 into h value is how much? 2r. So 2 into 2r and L means the formula h square plus r square. So 4r is to 2 into 2, 4r is to h value 2r. So 2r whole square plus r square. 2r whole square 4r square plus r square. So total 5r square. So 4r is to 4r is to root 5 into r. Now r is a cancel. then 4 is to 4 is to root 5. So ఇక్కడ మనం 4 క్యాన్సిల్ చేయరాదు. Cancellation is possible when the three terms containing the same, then only we can cancel it. So 4 is to 4 is to root 5. Here option 2 is correct. Next to 56th question. The volume of a cone is, that is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Here r is radius, h is height of the cone. Next question 57th. If the diagonal of a cube is 4 root 3, then the side of the cube is. So diagonal of a cube formula, root 3 into side, its value given, that is 4 root 3. Root 3 cancel, then side equal to 4. Here option 4 is correct. Next question 58. If the volume of a hemisphere is 19,404 centimeter cube, then its radius is. So volume of a hemisphere, that is 2 by 3 pi r cube. Hemisphere, this is a hemisphere. So 2 by 3 pi r cube, it is equals to 19,404. So here is a radius. To find out the radius, here substitute the pi value, that is 22 by 7. R cube equal to 19,404. R cube equal to 19,404 into 3 by 2 into 7 by 22. Here 2 ones are 2 9s are 18, 1 remainder, 2 7s are 0, 2 2s are. Next to 22 table. Here r cube equal to 9702 into 3 7s are 21 divided by 22. See here 11 8s are 88. So remainder is how much? 9. Next digit 0. Again 11 8s are 88. Remainder 2. Next to 11 ones are 11 2s are 22. Next to 2 ones are 2 4 4 1. Next to r cube equal to 441 into 21. So r cube equal to 441 means 21 square into 21, so it is equals to 21 cube. Then finally here r cube equal to 21 cube, then r equal to 21. So here option 3 is correct. Next to 59th question. If x equal to cos theta plus sin theta, y equal to cos theta minus sin theta, then what is x square plus y square? So x square plus y square equal to, x value is cos theta plus sin theta, so whole square. Next to y square, cos theta minus sin theta whole square. Here apply the a plus b whole square formula. So a square plus b square plus 2ab, 2 cos theta into sin theta. Here a minus b whole square formula. So a square plus b square minus 2ab, 2 cos theta into sin theta. So 2 cos theta sin theta minus 2 cos theta sin theta cancel. Cos square theta is 2 cos square theta. Sin square theta is 2 sin square theta. So take the 2 common. Cos square theta plus sin square theta. It is equals to 2 into, its value is 1. So 2 into 1 is 2. So here option 4 is correct. Next to question number 60. Sin a plus b into cos a minus b plus sin a minus b into cos a plus b equal to. So it is a intermediate question. In intermediate, we are using the formula, that is sin a cos b plus cos a sin b equal to sin a plus b. This is a formula. So here from the question, the a value is, what is the a value? A plus b. and b value is a minus b. So substitute them. So sine a value a plus b plus b value a minus b, plus b minus b cancel, sine a plus a 2a. So here option 1 is correct.